Hey everyone, welcome to our second video on personal development. And this month I want to talk about what does personal development entail. So I'm going to give you a lot of examples of what this could look like for you. All right, so for instance, it can include things like learning a skill. For instance, you want to learn to play the guitar. Well, that's a skill and it's going to take practice. And so when you're learning a skill, it's about practicing something over and over in order to achieve some type of mastery, right? Or improvement at least. And on a side note, I cannot play the guitar. It's a little bit too complicated for my fingers. Another way to do personal development is developing your talents. So identifying and building your strengths. So think about what are your strengths and are there strengths that you have that you actually want to improve upon, you want to make even stronger. Identify them and build those up. You can also improve your self-awareness, and that's taking an interest in the world around you. And that may look like volunteering, all right? You can also improve your quality of life and work to build a lifestyle that enhances your personality and your character, all right? That's another thing you can do. You can also set and reach your goals. And this could look like working towards your dreams, right? So when you set goals, you're not setting goals just for the sake of achieving something. You know, when we talk about, for instance, losing weight, the goal isn't that you just want to lose weight. There's something behind that, right? If you're losing weight, you have more physical ability to do other things that you desire to do. So there's a dream that's behind that. There's a vision behind the goal, right? So you want to set and reach goals that achieve a dream that you are aiming for, okay? Another thing to do is be a better manager of your finances. So you can improve your situation by, say for instance, paying off your debt, or you can invest for the future. So that's another thing you can also consider as part of your personal development, because you have to look up ways to improve your finances, and then you have to actually do those steps over and over again in order to make that happen. And you can also increase your creativity. So this is one I think is so important, and I actually saw somebody say this the other day. There was a question that somebody put in a video, and I wish I remember who it was, but they said, you know, that anxiety and creativity can't sit in the same space. So when you're anxious, you can't be creative. And they were asking, well, what if we aim for creativity? What does that do to anxiety? And I think that's a great question to ask. So if you're really focusing on being creative, then does that actually remove the anxiety because you're using your time, your focus on being creative, and creation just means that you're coming up with new things, and it's more fascinating, and it gives you a focus in your mind as opposed to focusing on what you may be struggling with. So I thought it was an interesting question to think about. And then another thing to do is to improve, to be more successful in your career, which is what a lot of people think about when they think about personal development, is how can I gain skills or do better in my job so that I can improve upon and move further up the career ladder. So that's one you can do. To me, if you're focusing on your own personal things, the things that you want to be as a person, I think that alone will actually help you improve your career, because it makes you a happier person and it helps you to be more specific in your choices, specifically at your job. And I think that when you focus on the things that you want, it greater impacts everything about your life, including your career. So just my thoughts on it. Anyways, so what are some things that you have been doing for your personal development? I'd love to hear about it in the comments, and I'd love for us to share with each other so that maybe others can come up with ideas. Have a great one. I'll see you next month.